Alan Doyle, thank you so much for taking me to your favourite bar, Taaffes, Eyre Square in Galway.
Yes, it's a famous pub. We come down here a couple of times a year, myself and Pauline, and that's the first place. We normally throw the bags in the hotel, park up the car, and walk down to Taaffes. It's an old Irish pub. Inside, you have the old Cayley music going. Bar staff, fantastic, great point. But we choose to sit outside and watch the world go by. And it's amazing. Galway is such a cosmopolitan city. You have every denomination there, and the amount of people that you'd know going by is amazing. Ah, how are you, Al? How are you, Doyle? Or what's the story? What are you doing down here? We'll be having a pint, and it's fantastic. It makes you feel so relaxed. It's fresh. Everybody seems happy. So it's the place to go for me. And we look forward. I'm going down next month. We're going down for 2 nights next week now, or next month.
And
And
for those listening in on the that aren't overly familiar with Ireland, this is in Galway, the centre of Galway.
that's right. Just off Eyre Square. It's heading towards the Latin Quarter.
The Latin Quarter.
So if you have to go from Eyre Square, heading down to this is the area you have to pass by. So it's just one of those places. It's unique as far as I'm concerned. Even in COVID,
Okay.
pardon?
I was going
Even in
to ask you
COVID, we
actually.
were there. We were sitting outside.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, there's lots of pubs I could name, but this would be one of
One of the things that I had actually, I was going to ask you
amazing.
is,
If they get to know you and you go in, have a pint and a laugh, it couldn't be anywhere better.
so would you get the train down or do you drive?
Uh, Actually, believe it or not, last year we got the train down. I was convinced to get the train down, and they had that huge storm.
Oh,
And we got up Friday morning, and in the hotel restaurant for breakfast, the conversation was, "There's no trains, there's no buses." And I thought this was a wind up.
yeah.
So I said to Pine, "Look, I'm going to go out here." I went round to the train station, all looked up. So but normally I drive and just park up the car for 2 or 3 days, whatever, depending on how long we stay. It's usually 3 days.
And I'm probably going to upset half the people or three-quarters of the people that we know. But if I was getting marooned, right,
Yes.
Kilkenny and Galway are all right because there's a lot going on.
I would pick Galway first.
Yeah.
It's such a free city. In all the years we're going down, I've never seen any trouble.
No.
There's no guard presence unless they're in plain clothes, but it fills you with confidence. Well, at least I can sit outside here, have a beer, and without a doubt, you will meet somebody.
So assume for a second that you had a magic wand
Magic wand. Yeah.
and somebody was
Somebody
walking
was
by.
walking by.
Of all the people on the planet, dead or alive, who would you love that to be to sit down with you?
My dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
And I have to ask this, but it's obvious. Why?
He died a young man, and I didn't have enough time on him. And I would love nothing more just to, if he was walking by, "How are you, Dad?" Call him in and have a few pints and a bit of crack.
And if you don't mind me asking, what age were you when he passed?
I was, tell you now, I was in mid-30s.
Mid-30s. So you probably were just getting to the grown-up stage of fatherhood as well. So there's a lot of stuff that you could have chatted to him about.
So you didn't have time to go out for a pint, not enough time to go out for a pint. So it was special when you would. But if I could recreate that, that's what I would love. The magic wand would work. And as I say, "How are you, Dad?"
And if you don't mind me asking again, what did he work at?
He was a van driver in independent newspapers.
Fantastic.
And he loved the pint. His first 2 pints had 2 drops in each pint. So he split the glass, never mind the G, when he was drinking the pint of Guinness.
And of course,
But
back in the day, again, people don't realize this, that delivering the papers was a big job. It was night before 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
oh
type of,
yeah,
wasn't it?
and like he used to tell us, very important job, the papers has to get through. People have to listen or read the papers. So to us as kids growing up, this was top priority.
Yeah.
An independent van, if you saw it, I mean, at them days, the guards didn't even stop you because you were going down to Galway or Cork or drop off a couple of bundles. But yeah, no, it was a great place. We used to I spent a few summers when I'd be in college in there in the van, throwing papers into shops and trying to aim at the windows of shops and things like that. So they'd give out.
Oh, of course. And probably everyone has stories of the paper lads, but I only remember the Herald, where I used to get the post. They had these little things, the scooter things.
Yes.
Independent and Herald, they may or may not have been owned by the same gang, but that was a kamikaze job, that one.
Oh, absolutely. That used to deliver vouchers and around town stuff. Okay. Yeah, independent newspapers and the Herald was the same business. It was all independent newspapers. But yeah, you graduated the Tesla.
It actually is, and all joking. And again, we're having a bit of a flashback. But you remember the bread vans were all electric.
Yes.
And it amazes me when we're all getting so environmentally friendly now. We're going back to where we were in a lot of the.
That's right. Yeah. And then they had the milk van.
The milk van with the float.
The float, yeah. Now I think you and I could go back to when it was horse-drawn.
I know, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. I was born in the last century.
Oh,
I was. It's hard to believe, but I was. So your dad, and I'm sure we could have a whole show on it, but isn't that really interesting? Because I'd say of the 150 shows we've done, the most popular question to be asked is that one, and a father, a grandfather. With people who still have their father, obviously they love to talk to their grandfather. And who do you think the other number one is?
The other number one?
Yeah, just as a side, not a family related.
An
Irish guy.
Irish guy. Probably Liam Neeson.
George Best.
Yeah.
Terrible. So not terrible in an interest, but I think, isn't it just human nature?
Liam Neeson. Or Colin Meaney. I'd love to have a pint with him.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this? Yeah. Yeah, he was great. Jesus.
Totally. Code Red. So,
no, absolutely.
So let's say there is a Code Red and everything gets wiped out. Armageddon. You're up in Taaffes. You're in Eyre Square. Yeah. All that's left is you and your phone with 3 apps. What are they?
I'd like to hold on to Google. Google will be one of them, just to keep up to date and check every now and again. WhatsApp would be another one, just to keep in touch with buddies. I think that's very important. And I suppose the last one would be the bank account, online banking, to see who's robbing me today.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? But it gets back to 101 stuff, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You could do away with the rest.
It's a lot of noise.
Yeah. WhatsApp, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
I get a lot of laughs every day with my own buddies sending me funny stories, and I'm getting caught with a scream. And I've learned that very well. I turn down everyone's message until I hear it first, because recently I was in Tesco's and they moved fast, and I just out of boredom I opened it, and here was a screamer. It could be very embarrassing.
No, not a great look when you're checking through your 3 for 1.
No.
But isn't it amazing the way we do go back to first principles and basics and stuff?
Yeah.
And keeping in touch, irrespective of a word, an emoji. But what I like, and I think you and I are from this, it's very personalized when you send someone a joke that you think they'd like. When I receive them, I think, isn't that nice that somebody else was just thinking about me for a second? Isn't it?
I have a select list. I have, I would call them, for want of a better word, that they love a sleazy joke.
Yeah.
Something that you say, well, that's man stuff. Or then I have the funnies that I'd share with the kids or grandkids. And that would be simple stuff. And then just as the rest of, general life, that's but it cheers me up just to be sitting there reading. I've different guys, and I have silence buttons on about 4 or 5 people. I know I'm going to get caught, so there's a warning sign against that.
And you say grandkids and the whole lot. You've a big gang, I guess, at this stage everywhere, have you? Around the world?
Yeah.
And
it was amazing. Last summer, 12 months, the gang came home from Australia because Leanne, her daughter, got married. So that was amazing.
But in terms of, you just brought me back there where you said the finance app. My father, yes. And it goes back to your dad, my dad didn't, and wouldn't to the day he died, use the ATM because he didn't trust the guy in the wall to give him his money back. So I'm absolutely sure, and we get called Luddites and everything for not adapting. I'm sure there's the odd one in there that you just go, I'm just not using that. But that was my father. I'm not using that thing in the wall because you don't know you're getting your own money back.
And it's gas. Anyone that I know, they call it the drink link machine. It was on an ATM.
Isn't that so funny? Because that's what it was, the bank link. It wasn't an ATM, but the bank, and we used to. You're so right.
Yeah, the drink link.
Isn't that, you're just after bringing me back 35 years because we didn't have credit cards. You always had to go to get it.
Yeah, that's right.
The drink link.
The drink link machine.
Oh my goodness! So we've been sitting out in Taaffes for the last 10 to 12 minutes. We've gone back generations. We've spoken to all sorts of people, and you're going there in 3 weeks. Give it a tip at the hat, and hopefully they let you in the next time.
Look, going on the last one. Yeah, no, it's beautiful down there. It won't be crazy, Galway itself, but no matter what time of the year you go, you come back smiling and refreshed.
Yeah, absolutely. That's unless you
don't listen to news or you don't watch television when you're down there. You drink and eat nice food.
Well, isn't that what it's all about? That's the hardest thing to do in 2026 is disconnect.
Right.
So, Alan Doyle, thanks a million for your time. It's been really interesting. You've made me smile anyway. And I'm not sure what list I'm on, but we can have that discussion off air.
Yeah, no bother. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Gar. Appreciate it.
Alan. See you later.
Cheers. Bye-bye.